withdrawal. He allows his followers to smoke during his consultations and then recommends an immediate nicotine cut-off. Julie Christie, Derek Jameson and many other famous names are among those he's helped. This is his living room, littered with cigarettes, tossed aside by the thousands of people who visit him each year to learn how to give up.
We're always concentrating on why we shouldn't smoke. We know we shouldn't smoke. That isn't why we do it. Now, the real problem is on the other side of the tug of war. And my method is to first remove the fears, the doubts. See, smokers believe they are making a genuine sacrifice. In fact, cigarettes do absolutely nothing for you at all. In fact, all those things that the smoker thinks it's doing for them, it's the opposite. They don't relax or relieve stress.
One fact that may help you keep to your New Year's resolution: the experts say the average smoker spends £30,000 in a lifetime on cigarettes.
Places to smoke. No, you know the arguments already. The price, the health risks, and also the smell. No, tonight on Good Art Action, we're going to tell you about the easy way to stop smoking.
I was a chain smoker for about the last 10 years. On a bad day, it was 100 a day. I was at the stage 8 years ago. I couldn't run a step, I couldn't swim a stroke. And I thought I left it too late, because I thought I'd never recover. 2 Christmases ago, I ran 2 half marathons in the same week. I mean, I hate running, but I love the feeling of the adrenaline flowing, just feeling great to be alive. I feel like a young boy again now. I feel really marvellous. We treat it as some sort of habit or pleasure. It isn't. As a society, we treat heroin as a terrible evil. Heroin kills less than 100 or 300 a year in this country. Smoking kills over 100,000 now, every year in this island alone. At one stage, 60% of the population were going through it. And if you could try to imagine how anybody, rather than stop smoking, will have their legs removed, their arms removed, knowing they can avoid it just by stopping. So people don't do that out of pleasure. There's only one thing that keeps people smoking, it's fear. Benson Hedges are actually using the government health warnings now, the shock treatment, to keep people smoking. You see, the cancer scares should stop it. But if you tell a smoker it's killing them, the first thing they'll do is light a cigarette. Because one of the reasons people take cigarettes is when they're feeling a bit uptight, they reach for it. And although the logical mind says you should stop doing it, all reasons for stopping make it harder. It's a little bit like dieting. It doesn't make food less precious, it makes it 5 times more precious. What you have to concentrate on is not why I shouldn't smoke. We know that before we start. It's why do I do it? I didn't need them before I started. I was perfectly happy. I worked so hard to get hooked. Millions of people never bothered. They're not missing anything. Millions of others have now stopped. They're leading a perfectly happy life. What makes me think I have to go through this nightmare of paying for the nose to choke myself? The beautiful truth, no smoker does. Anybody who can get free, and their lives will be so much happier. It's like a huge dark shadow looming over your whole life. We try to block our minds to it, but it's there, and it won't go until you get that last cigarette out. Instead of moping about it, rejoice. Now, my method is to first remove all the brainwashing, so that the smoker realises that's absolutely nothing to give up at all, that their lives will be happier. So when they put that last cigarette out, they're already a non-smoker, not waiting to become one, wanting to be one, knowing they're going to be one. And then all they have to then suffer is, I say suffer, it's no suffer, just for a few days, a slight physical craving, which is less than a mild cold. But they can then enjoy it. It's rather like coming out of the dentist the last time. Your jaw might be achy, but you can't help it. Oh, great, that's the end of that. You're happy and cheerful, and that's the point, to enjoy it.